Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Doris Eje Ikani.
And I'm Ikani Victor.
So today guys, we're going to be discussing our counseling experience. That's premarital counseling. Yes, that's what you call it.
Postmarital. Premarital.
Our premarital counseling, and we're making this video because we've had people ask us about the experience, whether it was necessary. We've had people ask questions concerning the whole premarital counseling because they had their reservations and all that. So that's why we're making this video. So without talking too much, let's go straight into the video. What we are going to be doing here is that we're going to be sharing our experience, some tips. Basically, if you are new to this channel, thanks for coming. Do well to hit on that like button. If you think this will be useful to someone, please share it with your friends, family, and subscribe. Also, if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
We love you and stay glued. Basically, we said we were talking about a counseling experience, and some of you may not know what it is, but if you have come this far, I think you should know what premarital counseling or classes is. So that they understand what
classes that get you to know what you're getting yourself into. That prepare you.
Yeah, classes that is organized by churches. Yes.
Not necessarily churches.
Churches and sometimes organizations, just to help you know what you're getting into, like he said. Yes. Prepare your mind and to know how prepared you are also. I wrote down some questions here that will guide us on how this video is going to go. So the first question here is, was it necessary in your thoughts? Do you think it was necessary? How do you feel about it? Or how did you feel about it before the counseling? And what's your thought after the counseling? So you're giving both perspective.
It was necessary. It was.
But before the counseling, did you feel like it was necessary? Like, what was the feeling?
Scary. I always told you it was scary.
It was scary. So you felt like you wish you could jump. Just skip it.
Necessarily. But I knew it was something we couldn't run away from.
Yeah.
But the thought of, like, I was just thinking it was going to be like grilling and all those grilling processes, and you're getting married. Like, you don't know, you just know you're getting married. But the classes, they kind of like opened our eyes to like a lot of things.
Okay, for me too, I also think it was necessary in the sense that it opened our eyes, like he said. It opened my eyes to things that I would have not thought about. Yes, I know we discussed finances, we discussed children, we discussed building a home, but there were some intricate that we didn't think of, that we didn't talk about. When you go into marriage, there are some things that your mind will not even go to that exist in marriage, and then you will not be able to understand what this person's view. They made us read some books, about 3 books. They asked us, how many marital books have you read? But at that point I had not read we had not read any books, so they told us we had to read about 3 books, right? Or two each, total of 3. And when we read that book, reading those books or doing those classes, it helps you know what this other person's mindset is. I think maybe you've discussed finance and other things, and you think maybe you guys are compatible, people agree on similar things. But when you read those books now, you see that there are more topics and there are more things to discuss, and then you find out that this person might have a different view to that same issue. So what I think is premarital courses opens up your eyes to things that you need to know, or things that you may not have even thought of.
Digs deeper.
It digs deeper into issues that concerns or pertains to marriage beyond wedding and celebration and everything. In our own opinion, we think it was necessary, very necessary. At least after the whole thing, we saw the necessity. So the next question here is, was it stressful?
Yeah, it was.
How was it stressful?
For me, I had to leave the house very early
Okay.
to make it to church on time. You know, there are times when I went late.
Okay, we don't attend. We attend the same church, but different branches.
Yeah.
So he was coming from
Very far.
very far.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was in the. Most time they do it in the ladies' church. Some other people will require you do it in both churches,
Yeah.
but it was done in my own church. That's my own branch. And what happened was that it was usually after the second service, right?
Yeah.
So there are 3 services. So after the second service, we have to go to the marriage
And after
counseling
the
office.
first service,
No, it was second now.
and after first service, you have to attend the service before you now come.
Okay,
So
it's been
it's-
6 months.
Oh,
Okay, after the first service, we will now attend
yeah.
the classes. So for me, it was stressful in the sense that I had to go to my unit. From my unit, I'll go for classes. After the classes, I'll go back home. And sometimes when I go back home, I still have little. Okay, I think my mom was helpful that period, but I still have to go home and still do some little chores. So it wasn't too stressful, but it was a bit stressful.
Yeah.
So for him, he has already said that because he was coming from a far place
Yeah, and distance.
and the
And
distance.
then-
Even talking about the stress,
yeah.
you remember the other time when we came late? Okay, that was actually for our
when
Thanksgiving and for presentation before the wedding.
when
Ah,
we were supposed
Lord,
to present
guys.
us, and then Thanksgiving after the wedding.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think we will give that gist at the end of the
I'm
video.
not giving the gist.
We entered back.
I'm not giving the gist.
Why?
So maybe I'm not. Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe
guys, we'll
I'm
talk
not-
about that later. He's not comfortable sharing that experience right now. But me, I want to share the experience.
Nah.
Okay. What thoughts were going through your mind during the whole process of counseling? What thoughts were going through our minds? Forgive him. He's passing it to me. He's tired. We're both tired, though. Sorry.
Like, what if after counseling now we now see that we're not compatible? What if we now do blood tests and maybe AS or something? What if we
no,
now,
why we use it
Okay,
when
no.
I was AA? Why will I just switch to AS?
what? Okay.
There's no
sorry,
what if.
sorry. What if? There are a lot of what ifs. So what if? When we missed the calling us on the altar, they threatened us that if we don't show, we won't get married.
Yeah.
All those what ifs. And then before the wedding myself, they told us if you don't show up on time,
Yes.
there are a lot of scary stuff.
Okay.
There are a lot of scary stuff.
So
There are more like
okay,
threats.
let me start from when the whole thing started. When we got there the first time, we met with when we went for inquiries first, we met with the first pastor, and he told us to go upstairs and meet with and get more information from another
Pastor.
counselor. So when we got there, the counselor gave us form and everything, and we're like, he still felt it was scary, but he was like, the guy is cool. We thought maybe that would be our counselor, and we're like, oh, they gave us another counselor, God. But in the end, I think what they moved us to, we really enjoyed him. Was really. It was interesting. I would say it was interesting. It was fun. And part of the questions they asked us was, have you defiled the bed?
Yeah.
And the way they asked this question, you'll be so. Even if you have defiled the bed, you will want to say it, because it's
just
not.
say the truth.
They were not fighting you.
They
I think
made
there are
you-
times
they
when they
made us
asked me if I used to
comfortable.
go to his house. I used to go to his house, but I don't used to sleep over. So why will I lie to you? You cannot beat me. I told him, yes, I used to go to his house. Then they asked if we had any issues, and yes, we used to have issues, but the issues it wasn't beyond a day. But this one after marriage, I don't understand. We'll make a video about that one.
No.
Guys, stay glued. We are going to make a video on he changed, she changed after marriage. We'll make a video on that. If you want to see this video that I just talked about, please drop a thumbs up, drop a comment, and we'll make that video.
2,000 likes.
2,000 likes from where? Guys, please, 2,000 likes. Thank you. So another thing that was going through my mind was I wished a lot of people would also have that experience, because overall it was a blessing to me.
One of the things again that made it interesting,
Yes.
the fact that they combined us. We went alone.
Okay, yes, at some point they
Yeah,
combined us. We were
us,
like two couples to the same
yeah,
counselor.
Yeah.
I
The other
wish,
sets, they were
yes,
friendly too.
yes. So I really wish more people would do these things. It's not because it's going to expose you. It's
Yeah.
just you'll be glad you did it. Whether it's not as scary as it sounds. It's not that the moment they just see it, they'll say you cannot marry him. I think they ask, is he working?
Like,
are you working? What plans do you have?
You know those kind of people that will just look at you and tell you, the way you look, I don't trust you. Don't marry you. Those kind of things.
But if you have a clear conscience, you know what you are
Yeah.
getting into. You know you really want to get married.
Yeah.
You have to fix some things in your life, and once you fix it, I think
Yeah,
you
you're
are good to go. You shouldn't be scared. Even if some things are not fixed, it's not everything that was fixed in our life.
Yeah.
When we even started the course, we were not even sure about the funds for the wedding.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to do a video on wedding, pre-wedding plans and budgeting and whatsoever tips and our advice to you from our experience and how the whole thing went. That is another video that's going to be coming up very soon. How open were you with your counselor?
I think we were open now.
I was open as
Yeah.
possible. Okay, the only time I was not open was there was a time when we had a misunderstanding before the class. And that thing, you mustn't come and say during the counseling, you now come and say, sir, do you know that? No, I'm not that type of person. But the fact is that we had an issue, and I came to the counseling. Other times we used to come together. I came and I just stayed upstairs and I was waiting for him to come. So when he now came, we now went inside. I think we were just acting normal, but there was an issue between us. And it was as if the Lord had ministered to the counselor, and he was not advising me. Try to understand it. He was just saying it is on point, as if he had read my mind. And in my mind, I was like, this guy will be thinking maybe I came here and spilled it. I think you were even thinking I reported you also. Because it was accurate, very accurate.
Yeah.
So I was open. We were open as to the best we could, right? We were open.
Yeah.
So for us, we were open. Whatever they asked us, we were honest. If you are lying to yourself. Whatever you see in the marriage, now you concern for yourself. Happy?
Yeah.
Guys, we're trying to make this video as short as possible, and we hope it is short. So here it says, should your counselor become your mentor?
I think it's not a bad idea.
But it's not compulsory.
It's not compulsory, but it's not a bad idea.
Our counselor was very nice.
Yeah, super nice.
Super nice. We still keep in touch.
Yeah, we spoke with him. Was it last month?
Yes,
Last
and we still
episode.
plan on
Calling
yes,
again
or
today,
even maybe
tomorrow,
paying a visit
probably.
to the church.
Yeah.
So I think it's not necessary. You mustn't make them your mentor. But there are things you can learn from them. There are things you can gain from them.
Yeah.
But still keep in touch. If they're a blessing to your life, you just keep in touch. There's nothing bad with having senior friends, right?
Yeah.
So we are so grateful to our counselor.
Pastor Falabi.
Pa! We are grateful to our counselor. It was really a beautiful experience.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So the next question here said, what mindset should you go to counseling with?
An open mind.
An open mind. Yeah, okay, we said we went there with an open mind. Please go to attend the classes, attend the courses with an open mind. Tell yourself whatever happens, let it happen. Don't be so defensive because you've heard stories about counseling. You just say,
and then the way counseling was myself, even if maybe you screwed things up at some point, and you tell them, it's not like they would criticize.
Yeah,
they would
just
still
help you out of it.
Exactly.
So just go there with an open mind. throw away all the bias,
maybe for
anything
living
anybody
faith.
has told you.
Maybe other churches might be
Yes,
different.
but no matter the church, if it is a requirement and you can do it, just ignore the biases, whatever you've said. And one thing I know I did was I prayed. I said, God, whatever it is that you want to open, expose it to me during this process. Because marriage is a very serious issue. You shouldn't go there blinded by the whole, oh, I miss you. How was your day now? I couldn't sleep. It's a serious thing. And I'm so glad I went through the counseling process. So please don't be blinded by the whole
Razzmatazz.
Leave this English brother alone, leave me alone.
I don't even know the meaning of razzmatazz.
So don't be carried away with the whole. Please be carried away with the love thing. We don't be carried away with the whole. Don't spoil my English. Don't be too carried away. Enjoy the process, but also want to find out more that will guide you in the marriage. Because marriage is beyond the whole party, reception, dresses, makeup, hair, and all of that. So go there with an open mind. Tell yourself that you are going to pick one or two things. And like my friend will always say, put your sieve of grace. Allow the Holy Spirit to guide you. Your sieve of grace is everything they are saying, you know, the one that is beneficial to you. And me, I'm somebody, okay. One good thing was that I did not experience any barriers. I'm somebody that if you are talking to only woman, and you are just covering a man, I just vex. There are sometimes when you hear people talking about marital issue, when they are talking about what the man should do, they are very mute. You just hear the word small. They'll be talking as calm, but the moment they just reach woman, submit to your husband, it's as if that is where the whole church service started from.
Example, that one.
Ha!
But
I used to get pissed. Just be, yes, we know the whole submit thing, but be fair in your talk, and please don't be demeaning when you are addressing women, because you just provoke me out of that process. Talk about women with respect. Don't say their mouths. Don't talk about the way women talk. Don't say they are the problem. Don't make it look like they are the problem of marriage.
The way we, the counselors, are going with an open mind.
Yes.
The counselors should also come with an open mind.
So we are saying this because we don't know. You may come from different churches and you may have different experiences. But please just go with an open mind and tell yourself, before you go for that process, pray to God that you will not have any issues. And whichever thing you need to know or you need to be exposed, during that process should be exposed. So basically that is just it for me. Any other thing from you? That is all for me. So do you say, for us now, do you think the premarital course helped our marriage? Helped the bonding process?
Yeah, I think
It did.
Yes.
So you loved me more after the counseling?
I appreciated you.
Stand in that noise. Guys, we'll talk about how we resolve issues and maybe few issues that have come up. We may not go into details, but we'll talk about how the first few months was, because
I'm still in the first few months.
Thanks for joining us. We really do appreciate. If you think this video was helpful, click that like button, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Guys, we are here for you. Drop questions. We only drew out these questions from what we've heard people ask us. If you have more questions, please put it in the comment section. We will answer. We are ready to answer and help you as much as we can. If you are scared of anything, if there is anything you have done that you think maybe they will turn you down, you can slide in our DM. I'm on Instagram, right? We'll answer your questions. We are here for you. We love you. Thanks for subscribing. Guys, we are growing. Are you seeing the numbers down there? Thanks so much. That will be all from us this night. My name is Doris Eje Ikani.
And I'm Ikani Victor.
We love you guys. See you. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.